Hello, everyone. Today with us is Dr. Gergana Vladova from the University of Potsdam and Weizenbaum Institute in Berlin. Together with her colleagues, she has been implementing opening curriculum methodology for the past 2 years, and we have invited her to share her experience. Welcome, Gergana.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Can you please share with us what is your overall assessment of the opening curriculum methodology?
So as you said, we introduced the open curriculum method last year in our knowledge management course, and we will do this again this semester. As a rule, this course has about 30 masterclass students, mainly with a background in business informatics or economics, and we structure the course into lectures and exercises. So the idea is to enable students to acquire theoretical knowledge and immediately learn how to put this knowledge into practice. So we have topics like knowledge management theories and systems, like digitalization, competence management, and culture, a wide variety of topics. And usually students work on a specific topic and present their results during the semester. So we have restructured this course a little bit, and especially the exercise unit to apply the open curriculum project. And in general, students understood how to use the method very quickly, and they enjoyed working with it. So they also found similarities between this method and classical lectures at our university, and so that the implementation met with general acceptance. And at the beginning, they faced also some challenges, mainly because of the idea of creating scenarios. So that was somehow new for them. And we quickly realized that they were challenged by the idea of making predictions without having absolute certainty of being able to draw clear conclusions from theory. So that was the biggest challenge for them.
Okay, it's nice to hear that overall the students' response was positive.
Yeah.
Can you maybe tell us which parts of the approach you find most useful for learning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I said, our students are used to work like this. They prepare essays and presentations on relevant topics in groups and discuss that with us or with the audience of students. Most useful for them and for me, however, was the opportunity to use a structured method. So they could concentrate only on the scientific context. They couldn't. They could just do research, and also they could analyze possibly development paths in the future. So, which is, in my opinion, really very relevant in connection with digitalization.
So, a structured way of
Exactly.
the methodology.
Exactly.
When you think about, in general, about open approaches
Mm-hmm.
in pedagogy, what do you think about them? So, and their usefulness.
So, well, once again, we live in the age of digitalization, so existing structures change, and also in educational context. And as a lecturers, we compete with the whole knowledge of the internet. So already in the process of teaching in the classroom, our students can ask their questions, but they can also search for answers in the internet or both simultaneously. So they have the possibility to use digital learning offers or to gain knowledge in many ways, and their way of thinking is also changing. And this kind of teaching and these methods are a natural and necessary answer, in my opinion, to these challenges. And also it promotes the competences that will be important in the future, such as problem solving ability or capacity of team working.
Thank you very much. So, as you have said, this kind of methodology provides a little bit more structured way of thinking about the future and learning in this open
Yeah.
environment, digitalized environment. But which things you think you would still say this methodology could improve, and what would be your recommendations? How in the future we can still develop the methodology?
So you know that in the context of our first joint discussion of the project between Germany and Hong Kong, we have already come across the topic of cultural differences and started our intercultural investigation. So I think in the context of globalization, it's very important to know whether this method works the same in every cultural context or whether it needs to be somehow adapted. This is one point, and in addition, maybe another point, my students often ask me how to apply the method not in groups but individually, for example, for the preparation of final thesis. And there would be a need for adaptation from my point of view.
Thank you very much. This is
Thank
very
you.
useful for us, your feedback. And thank you for coming here.
Thank you for
Thank you.
inviting me.